it's a horrible rule. And the people that are passing it, you and I met in DC. We lobbied on behalf. We sat in those rooms. Even Lauren, my last guest on the show, right? Yeah. We all sat in these rooms and we had conversations with these people. We had conversations with their staffers. We had conversations with our elected officials. And I can tell you there are some people that understood it and were receptive, but the vast majority of the people that I spoke with, they were completely clueless on what franchising was. We couldn't get into a substantial conversation about the rule itself. They passed this as a rule without going through any kind of process anyway. So they literally just made this up and said, hey, we're going to crush a large segment of the economy here. And we're going to impact everybody's lives that is in that space in a negative way.
Right. It runs along party lines, unfortunately, in this hyper-partisan age that we live in, which I don't know if that's necessarily, I shouldn't say that makes this age that special because that has happened before, but it does unfortunately run along party lines in many ways, which, again, a big part of our effort is to persuade those on one side of the aisle that might be in a groupthink kind of a mentality that this is supporting their communities, it's supporting their constituents, it is supporting diverse communities of all kinds that that have a small business at the heart of the community. So it's well,
that's what franchising is. Franchising is people, they really don't get it. They see, and this is an extreme example, but they see McDonald's, right? And McDonald's is probably actually a bad example because they have a lot of multi-unit owners they are a little bit bigger, more corporate. But let's use a different example then. Let's use your average franchise that, people may, here, use one of mine. Hey, I like that. So if somebody owns a Refresh franchise in Columbus, right? Yep. They are not a corporate location for Refresh, right? That is a business owner that lives in Columbus that contributes to the community and is involved in that market. And, they're sponsoring the Little League team. They're doing all the things small business does in the area just because they're part of a bigger brand. They're still small business.
That's the misconception about franchising. That's what a lot of people get wrong, or when they misunderstand franchising, they're seeing the giant corporation mindset, right? It is small business owners across the country that are buying the rights to use a brand. Of course, as the saying goes, you're not going into business for yourself, you're going into business by yourself. No, other way around. You're not going into business by yourself, but for yourself in franchising. So you get, the support of a brand is the whole reason to do it. But again, it's misperceived by a vast swath of the population who just see the giant corporations. So that's a big part of the advocacy.
Yeah. I mean, and who's pushing the NLRB thing, right? And again, we'll just stick with this for a little while. We'll run with the NLRB because I haven't ranted about it properly. So the ones pushing it is organized labor, right? And I don't know why when they have the conversations, the IFA and everything, they don't just call this out. They don't call it for what it is. They'll discuss it, but they do it in a roundabout way. Like they don't want to say the word union. Well, that's what it is. It's literally the unions that are organizing this that have massive, massive pockets, right? So they're the ones lobbying for this stuff to get rammed through. And there's a motive for it. And the motive is very, very simple. It's very difficult to unionize a bunch of small businesses that don't meet the qualifications to unionize, right? They can't force their way into all these independent franchises. But if they can convert the franchisor over to becoming liable as a joint employer, they can now go to the top of the franchise system and mandate it across the country.
Now, a word from our sponsor.
I'm Refreshman, and I'm here to empower you to take charge of your destiny. Are you tired of working for someone else? Do you dream of making a difference in your community and unleashing your full potential? Then look no further than Refresh Franchising. With us by your side, you can start your own heroic business venture with the unwavering support and cutting-edge resources you need to conquer your goals. Our franchise model is like a super serum that will give you the strength to succeed. Refresh provides extensive training, ongoing mentorship, and an established brand with a loyal customer base. Plus, you'll become part of a heroic league of entrepreneurs who serve as allies on your journey towards greatness. And the best part, you won't have to waste time building your business from scratch like some kind of neophyte. With Refresh Franchising, you'll hit the ground running at lightning speed and unlock the key to heroic financial success. So gather your courage, summon your inner superhero, and visit refreshfranchising.com to launch your heroic franchise journey. Always remember, together, we can achieve greatness.